Breaking news, Princess Catherine has been admitted to hospital and is going to stay there for up to 14 days after having abdominal surgery. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much got me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a little bit of a different video today, guys, because news has just broken. Princess Catherine has been admitted to hospital for abdominal surgery, and she's going to stay there for up to 14 days. Of course, it goes without saying, I do wish Her Royal Highness Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, all my best wishes for recovery and for her to get well soon. But this is everything that you guys need to know. So she was admitted to the London Clinic Hospital yesterday for planned abdominal surgery, Kensington Palace has announced. So that's, in a way, to me, good news. I've had a lot of abdominal surgeries, guys. I've got a lot of experience with this, with my condition of pancreatitis. And if something's planned, then it's a condition that they already knew about. The scarier bit is when it's not planned, which I've gone through that as well. I've had emergency operation for something that just wasn't planned whatsoever. That's when it's really scary. So because it's planned, to me, that's actually good news. It might not be as bad as some people may be thinking here. Now, she is going to remain an inpatient for up to 2 weeks, but the spokesperson did say that the surgery was a success. It's understood that this was not related to cancer whatsoever, and the Wales family have asked for their privacy to be respected. Now, this is the statement from Kensington Palace, from the Prince and Princess of Wales's Twitter account. Yeah, Elon, I'm still not calling it X. Screw you, Elon. And it says here, Her Royal Highness the Princess of Wales was admitted to hospital yesterday for planned abdominal surgery. The surgery was successful, and it is expected that she will remain in hospital for 10 to 14 days before returning home to continue her recovery. Based on the current medical advice, she is unlikely to return to public duties until after Easter. The Princess of Wales appreciates the interest this statement will generate. She hopes that the public will understand her desire to maintain as much normality for her children as possible, and her wish that her personal medical information remains private, which is, fair enough, right? Kensington Palace will therefore only provide updates on Her Royal Highness's progress when there is significant new information to share. The Princess of Wales wishes to apologise to all those concerned for the fact that she has to postpone her upcoming engagements. She looks forward to reinstating as many as possible as soon as possible, which, given the circumstances, completely understandable, right? She's just had abdominal surgery. She has to stay in the hospital for up to 2 weeks, by which time she has to then go home and recover. Yeah, it's going to be a while until she actually does any engagements. However, the last engagement that we did see her on, she was last seen on Christmas Day. And here she is in all her resplendent glory as usual. And in terms of what's going on with Prince William on the other side of the coin, well, he's cancelling his public engagements to care for Princess Catherine and their 3 children, Prince George, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte, during this period, which again, it's understandable that he's going to cancel his engagements as well, because at this point, health, family, have to come first in this kind of situation, right? We have Chris Ship here clarifying a little bit more about that particular situation. He's the ITV News royal editor, and he's saying that Prince William is also cancelling a number of his public engagements whilst Princess Catherine is in hospital in order to care for the princess and their 3 children. He will also reduce his public duties during her recovery, saying there was speculation the Prince and Princess of Wales were going to visit Italy in March. Any royal tours that William and Kate had in the diary for the coming months will no longer be taking place. And we have Rebecca English here. She is the royal editor for the Daily Mail, saying that the Prince of Wales will combine being by his wife's and children's side throughout. He will not undertake official duties while his wife is in hospital, and during the immediate period following her return home, he therefore postpones a number of engagements. And so once discharged at this point, the princess is expected to recover at home in Windsor. She's likely to be advised to recuperate for 2 to 3 months, and her return to official duties will depend on medical advice closer to the time. I don't expect we will see her until after Easter. Now, for those that don't know, because I've been living personally with pancreatitis since I was about 21 years old. I'm now 37 years old. I've undergone numerous abdominal surgeries, guys. It is insane what I've had to put my body through to get some kind of quality and normalcy of life, right? But to me, abdominal surgery is like second nature now. I know it inside and out, but I forget. Sometimes not everyone knows, right? So for those that don't know, what is abdominal surgery? So it usually includes the repair or removal of abdominal tissues and organs. So again, personally for me, because I can speak from experience here, this is why this story is hitting so hard for me. I have had the removal of organs. I've had the removal of my gallbladder, and I've had numerous repair of abdominal tissues inside. Common abdominal procedures include those to remove the appendix, gallbladder, and hernia repair, according to the University of Tennessee Medical Center. Now, in some cases, abdominal operations are carried out to remove malignant tumors and lesions, as well as benign growths such as lipomas. Lipomas are lumps that form due to an overgrowth of fat cells. Now, in terms of, the most common abdominal surgeries performed, healthcare company MedStar Health also waded in here and firstly said repair of rectal prolapse. So to treat a rectal prolapse, surgery is usually required. A rectal prolapse is when the last few inches of the bowel become stretched and stick out from the bottom. There's an increased risk of having a rectal prolapse from vaginal childbirth, long-term constipation, and heavy lifting. The surgery involves pulling the rectum back to its normal place and affixing it to that position. Then we've got another common abdominal surgery called a small bowel resection. This is surgery to remove Crohn's disease, cancer, ulcer, benign tumours and polyps. But again, let's be very clear here. The palace was very, very adamant. This has nothing to do with cancer whatsoever. And all this is pure speculation at this point. But it involves the removal of a portion of the small intestine. A surgeon will remove the diseased parts of the small intestine and sew the healthy parts back together. In some cases, an opening to the outside of the body will be created. This is known as an ostomy. And the final most common specific surgery, total colectomy and total proctocolectomy. Try and get your tongue around that one. I've got to say it again. A proctocolectomy is the surgical removal of the colon and rectum. A colectomy is the surgical removal of the colon. Familial polyposis or ulcerative colitis often requires the removal of the colon and the rectum. Familial polyposis is an inherited condition that affects the gastrointestinal tract, and it can lead to hundreds of thousands of polyps inside the colon or rectum. So they are just a few of the surgeries that, potentially Princess Catherine may have had to undergo as this planned abdominal surgery. Again, no confirmation whatsoever. That was pure speculation, but it gives you guys a little bit of an idea of what abdominal surgery is, what it can entail, and how serious some of it can actually be. But again, with them saying that it was planned, to me, that's less serious than when it's not planned. Because I've gone through that. When it's not planned and I've got to go in as an emergency, that's scary as hell. And that's when things have really gone drastically wrong. So again, with them turning around and saying that this was planned surgery, then I'm not as worried or as concerned because it's planned. They knew it was going to happen in the future. And so it's less of a panic, if that makes sense, in comparison to, oh my goodness, it's an emergency, it's just happened, and having to be freaking rushed in. So there you go, guys. But yeah, with that being said, I've just gone through everything you guys need to know right now about this breaking news. Princess Catherine has undergone abdominal surgery, will be in the hospital for up to 14 days. Up until that point, will then need 2 to 3 months recovery period. With that being said, guys, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. And until the next time, you guys, laters!